Amazing people, what's good? What's happening? It's your boy Daki, spells D-R-K-I-E-E. I love you guys so much. I want to say a big thank you to you guys. I really cannot. I think thank you, like you always say, thank you for the statement, and you get deserve more than thank you. But in the meantime, the perfect word we can use for now is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for what you do. We love you guys and I appreciate you. Today I have with me Paul Way. Paul Way was good.
How far are my people? Like,
Kajat.
thank you guys for everything. Thank you is never enough, but thank you. Remember, I am a babu. I live in the zoo.
Babu!
Zazu.
Anyways, you just let the cat out of the bag. I'm talking about the man who lives in the zoo that is a baboon.
Bro, just to stop you right there, like every time like I'm quiet and everybody's like, yo, why are you quiet? They don't know what they think. I just want to say I'm a baboon. I live in the zoo. The zoo.
Portable has the way it makes people that ought to be decent. It has the way it gives them that level of, it's just that much, just did, yeah. Everyone just display and all. Portable is that guy that I was talking about today. Today conversation is quite dicey, and I really am looking forward to this one and see what you guys feel about this conversation. I should start with some people coming out to say at the point, calling Wizkid out, saying Wizkid's verse on the Abracadabra remix was trash. Like 10 girls on my bed, money like this, it felt like you should have said some better lines, like that trash was there. With what voice he said, you don't pray. Like if you don't have to say, you pray. So he said you should use that lyrics, like you should go and pray. Like what's the meaning of 10 girls on my bed? Do you agree with him now? Do you agree with him?
See, Portable is actually like a very controversial figure, but like I said one time, he does these things and then somehow it just works for him. He converts the very negative clouds to now become positive. Because at the end of the day, he ends up still apologizing and mending fences and all that. But how long should that continue? Really, like it's getting really out of hand, and then it's becoming almost irritating.
Really?
But then again, going on to bash Wizkid for his own verse, there was a Wizkid, there was a Portable, but Wizkid was asked to come and be on the feature. Why not the Portable? So do the maths.
So stay here late. But then the fact that it's getting annoying is why we're talking about this today. We saw at the point where, according to him, he came back to the country, he had beating his sister and all of that. He actually went to go for a rescue and then he was stabbed. And really, it was like life-threatening because he was stabbed in the neck. And you know what injuries could be? Just like a lot of stuff and everything. But then he was saved. And then he had like bottles damage in his head and all of that. And then moving on, we saw the sister where she was badly beaten. And for the first time in a very, very long time, I think not a long time, but the first time in Portable's career, Portable's history, he addressed the situation the right way. We saw where, I'm going to ask you a question after the ball, then let's go. She said when Portable came out to post this, said, the event of the last few days has been a bit challenging. Now, to that end, can Portable try something like this?
Well, I think this for me was definitely probably his lawyers. Or like his team, because Portable will not get time to cap like this. There's a certain way that he actually reacts, and then his reaction, you will see it in the comments. You will see it in the comments and you see it in the captions and everything. So definitely, this is definitely his team, setting this up.
Anyways, moving on, he said, and very disheartening as a management, we are unable to come to terms with how young people can be so blindly motivated by their entitlement mentality.
Where Portable wants to start, not even read and finish. Where Portable wants to
mentality, like where. But then, to some persons, it was the right approach to actually dealing with stuff. And like I said, for the first time in his life, emphasis on his life, he approached it the right way. And a lot of persons felt like at this point, this is like the right direction. So let's hope that we have a new Portable coming on from this. And from this point, he has been actually calm.
Yeah.
The news of our coming online, all of that, Portable was calm. Not till Monday, Tuesday, we saw where he had this. And then this was where, according to him, he said Yahoo boys came to pick him up at his shop, the Odogo Bar, and they threatened his customers, and he resisted arrest. And then the police actually forced their way to making him come to the station. And then they wasn't in the station actually saying, making a scene in the station saying, no, you shouldn't do that. to start with, you should have actually have a warrant, then invite me over, not arresting me, not saying you're under arrest in this world. So you should have invited me. And then invitation is that you call me. So either I or my manager actually honors the invitation to start with. Is that true?
Well, the truth of the matter is, Portable has been in the news for different reasons, good and bad. And this situation is actually one of the many situations that Portable has definitely found himself. And then when the arrest warrant was the arrest warrant has been actually on
the police actually
because a statement
responded.
came
Yeah,
out
they responded to
that they've been trying to get him to come to the station to come
He
and explain
refused.
himself. He has refused. So the only way they could actually get him was to
Do
pay a
what-
bit of show of force, So and I feel like Portable should know better. At least just try as much as possible. At least after that incident, just try to like have a clean slate. Just go. Even if you have your own ideas about how you think things should be run, but this is the Nigerian police force, and this is something that is not a joke. It's not a government agency to joke with. When they invite you, he that must come with everything must come with clean hands.
Yeah.
If you know that you're clean, then go to the station and then show yourself and then clear yourself and then move on, right? Instead of having to, cause a scene. But the scene has given us a banging song, giving us a banging tune.
True.
Me babu, zazu, I live in the zoo,
Yeah, so this was actually before the arrest where you actually had the whole conversation where to actually make it seem that you can't arrest me, you actually have to make like some statements saying, I'm Portable, I'm Zazu, I'm a baboon, I live in the zoo. For some person, you probably don't understand where it was coming from this. He's trying to make it seem saying, he is a baboon in such a way that, I saw someone actually making sense. They say, we make like a gorilla. Like, I'm big, I'm that big that you cannot come and pick me off of my space. Yeah. Like, that was his point. Like, this is my zone, this is my house, this is my bar. So you cannot just come and drag me out like that. You get. But then he said it, I don't know if it was mannerlessly, but then as it were, that was what he meant, and then people actually came through for him on that one. And then we saw where it's like, just like you said, he made a lot of wave, Sabinos jumped on it, and a lot of Serbia have jumped on that trend and all. And we saw where the so-called Yahoo boy that was claimed to arrest him came out to say, you know what, I'm not a Yahoo boy. And there was boy talking about Manny, was the boy that was beating my Portable at the point where Portable said he stole all his equipment and all of that. Manny came out to say, you know what, I didn't steal your equipment. What happened was that you seized my properties, you seized my stuff, my musical stuff, because it was signed to Portable at the time, and then it came with the stuff. So Portable seized the stuff and worth millions. And he's saying, give me back my stuff. And you're saying no, because you're no longer signed with me and all of that. And so he said he went to the police to complain legally. And then they invited him for questioning, which he didn't do, and then all of those shenanigans happened and everything, which actually led to what we have online. But then moving on from here, Portable has created a niche for himself that he has similar histories where either he causing nuisance or making a scene out of nothing or making noise somewhere that make people talk about it. For musical business of Portable, for the year 2023, as it really works for him. Because we've known Portable for the banger is at Zazu, basically. The one he had to Lambe. Maybe a couple of other songs have been good. But then this current trend he has put himself on and everything, as it really works for him as a person. We're talking about musically.
So the thing is, Portable, like I said, is not really like a troublesome person, but he just has that adubo.
Are you sure?
Energy in him. Now let's look at it this way. He doesn't like to be oppressed. And for somebody who has been in the streets, who lives in the streets, who exemplifies and sings about street in his songs, who also uses like local language, which is acclaimed to the street in his songs, he definitely has that character and characteristics of a thug, quote and unquote. I'm not saying he's a thug. So I'm just saying that for his brand, it might not be the best. I think that Portable needs to actually go through a lot of rebranding. I think he needs a serious management who will be able to curtail him. But can he be curtailed? That's another thing, because Portable seems to me like that kind of person who likes to make decisions for himself. I don't want to use certain words on camera, but he's actually a very smart person, but might not be, the application is not the right way he's going about it. So you being smart and you not wanting to be cheated is a different thing. Now, how you now like make people understand that you do not want to be cheated is another thing. And then he does it with so much rashness around it. And then that's what people are complaining about. But a lot of people love him. regardless of all those things, people still love him, you know. But talking about his song being Zazu being the biggest song, apparently you can actually lay claims to that. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, they blame Olamide for that," but that's not it. I mean, that's a big song,
Yeah, that's a
anyways.
big
And
song.
then
Yeah.
he has continued to actually even thrive and try. You know, he has a song with DJ Tunes.
DJ Tunes,
So
yeah.
I mean, he's actually getting the attention that he needs, or that the clout that he's putting out is giving him.
Yeah.
But is that the best approach? I don't think so, because at the end of the day, people really get tired.
Anyways, just before I leave here, for Portable, just like you said, you shouldn't continue that way. So moving on, what are you seeing as the future of this person, of Portable? Because now is in the news for this, tomorrow is in the news for fighting, and tomorrow is in the news of laying claims or killing somebody or being beaten up or being beating somebody. Now, as Portable as a person is trending. You get, because we always have Portable in conversation, but musically is not trending because it's not giving us the one we have to with DJ Tunes really is not there.
Yeah.
You get.
Yeah.
What's the future of Portable?
He needs to really calm down. Portable really needs to calm down. I think that he's not, like I said, he's not a bad guy. I'm not like making a case for him. He's not a bad guy, but he needs to calm down. He needs to see that, you know, music is definitely like, we've become a hotbed in the international scene where everybody's looking at us, looking at Nigeria, looking at Afrobeats, you know. And then if you want to say Afrobeats, you're still going to put Portable in the mix.
Yeah, sure.
So we need to have the right representation, and that has to come correct in terms of your character. So I feel like Portable needs to do a lot more like rebranding. Try to be, you know, try to be more calculative in your decisions and things that you say, because they can make or mar you. And most of the statements that he, you know, puts out these days are very, very damaging statements that could be used against you in the future. So he really needs the right people around him to be able to give him the advice, and he needs to be calm to also listen for advice.
Anyways, whenever you see us on this red couch, I'm a question like this, trust us, we are actually trying to make sure that everything works accordingly. So we're not always here to make bad comments about people and everything. We also want to make sure that everybody does the right thing at the right time. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of this one. Before we leave, what do you think to you? Paul has said to him, Portable is not a troublesome person. To you, who is Portable to you? Do you think he's that guy that loves to make sure that he's not cheated, or you think really he's a troublesome person? Let me see your thoughts in the comment section. I'll catch you guys in the very next one.